Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. You would have probably noticed we've changed our name from Disney Love for Us to Mickey Shaped Adventures. Also, hello if you're new, my name's Carla. Jack normally is also in the vlogs, but today it is just me. So I thought today I could make a pair of Mickey ears with you all. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know I've been making some of my own ears. I'm really enjoying doing it, absolutely love it. They're really easy to make. Children can make them easily too. You don't need a sewing machine, but you do need a hot glue gun. The only thing I would say is if you do have children making them, the hot glue is hot, so I would be very careful. Maybe the adults do the hot glue part, just because it can burn, but all the rest is quite easy. So I thought I'd show you some ears I have previously made so you can see what sort of style they are. So that was my first pair I ever made. So yeah, like I said, never had any experience before, never made a pair, just one day wanted to. So you can see they're quite easy. Also made these quite recently. And then I made some Animal Kingdom ones for our upcoming trip. Loved the material on those. And I made some other Animal Kingdom ones too with the giraffes and stuff. And they do have Mickey on too. I also made some Halloween style ones. These are my friend. So that was just like red material with a black lace on top and then a sequiny sort of material. Made some black Mickey ones and I love these. They're just, I thought they'd be quite cool just with like cycling shorts and an oversized Disney t-shirt. And then I made some Encanto ones. The only thing is I ran out of material, so I was a bit annoyed I couldn't put Isabella in the middle, but it'll be fine. And then my most recent pair I made are these ones, and the material I used was actually from a children's t-shirt that I found in Pound World. So you can literally use anything to make them. Yeah, like I said, t-shirts, actual material, bedding, whatever takes your fancy. Yeah, they're quite easy to do. Okay, so for making the ears, you will need a glue gun. Mine is covered, so I'm really sorry about that. But I got mine from Hobbycraft. It was really, really cheap. I think like £7 or something like that. You'll need some hot glue to go in it. I'd probably say you need about five mini sticks, a Sharpie or just a thick pen, scissors, Alice band. I use a 1-inch Alice band, but you can use whatever size you like. I find these are from Amazon, and they're just really lightweight, really easy to use. You'll need stuffing to put inside your ears, and you will also need some material. So I'm going to pick this material. I think it's really cute. It's got Mickey, it's got animals on, so it'd be good for Animal Kingdom, but it's also, because it's Mickey, you can wear them anywhere. And then you'll need some material for your the bow. So I've put, you don't have to have a bow, it's up to you. I prefer mine with a bow. So you'll need some material if you do want one. And then you'll need some trim as well. I'll put in the comments all the stuff you do need as well. And I can't remember if I've mentioned this. I don't think I have. The ears I make today, I am going to be putting up for a giveaway. I will put all the details below and I'll go through it at the end. But yeah, if you'd like a chance of winning the ears I make today, please stay tuned. And if you do enjoy the video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so your first step, you will need some cardboard, a pen, and if you can like freehand draw circles, perfect. But if you can't, like me, I actually use my wax melter. So just to draw around, you will need 4. I'll quickly show you. So like that, and you just need 4 of them. Okay, so once you've got your 4 circles, start cutting them out, and then we can start looking at the shape to make sure that they will fit around our Alice bands. Okay, so once you've got your 4 pieces, you will need to grab your Alice band. Now, what I would do, I would just use one piece of cardboard to start off with, and line your Alice band up. Okay, so where your ear is roughly going to go, and just do a quick outline on the inside of the Alice band of where that will go. Okay, so you should have, if you can see here, just put it in there and then done my outline. So if you do that one, and then we can cut that out, and then what we'll do, we'll use it as a stencil for the other 4 pieces, and then all should be the same. So it's really important that all 4 pieces are exactly the same, so the ears don't look wonky, and especially because 2 will go back to back, so they need to be the same size. So like I've done on that one, I've cut that bit out, place it onto the next one, and again just draw and cut out for each one. So we'll do that really quickly. Okay, so you should have 4 pieces like this now. Put them back to back and just make sure they're exactly the same size. As you can see, mine aren't quite fitting together. So what I would do, see if a different pair match better. So like this pair here match much better, but just cut around so they are exactly the same. Because the more, and what I would say, the more time you spend on the ears, the better they are going to look. So you can rush them, but the more time you take, make sure that they are exactly the same, the better they are going to look at the end. So there you go, those 2 there match, and then I'm just going to make sure my other pair do too. So like I said, just take your time. The more time you spend doing the prep, the easier it will get to later on when we're actually putting the ears together. Take that bit off. Okay. So I've now, and that bit there. Okay, so now I've got 4 pieces, they all fit together, and we can go on to the next step. Okay, for your next step, you will need to grab the piece of material you want to make the ears out of. So lay it down nice and flat in front of you, and then what you'll need to do is grab your 4 pieces of cardboard and put them on the material how you would like them to appear on the ears. So for example, I really like this Mickey here, so I'm going to grab my piece, I want him in the middle. So I'm going to put him about there, okay? And then grab your other 4. I want that Mickey there. And make sure you do have a bit of room between each pair of ears. He might be a bit close, actually. Maybe what one did I do there? Yep, so I've got him there. Or actually, I'll do this one here. So pop him right in the middle. Might do the laughing on the giraffe. And then one more. What one shall I do? I'm going to pick this one here with the zebra. So like that. Okay, so just lie them out nice and flat where you want them. And then for the next bit, you'll need to grab your Sharpie and just draw, but you'll need a bit of a bigger space around it. So about like that. It doesn't need to be neat. Okay, but you do need room around your square. Well, not square, whatever shape that is, and then do that on all four, okay? So once you've cut your 4 bits, drawn around, what you'll need to do, you'll need to cut each bit out, okay? Again, it doesn't need to be neat because you're not going to be seeing the edges. You can use proper fabric scissors. I'm really bad. I just use the scissors we've got in the kitchen, so it can blunt them. So if they're expensive scissors, probably don't use them. Fabric scissors are better, but I'm just lazy and can't be bothered to buy fabric scissors, so any ones will do. But yeah, just make sure you cut out all 4 and then we can go on to the next step. Okay, so once you've got your 4 bits of material, you can pick this next step. So you can either, like my Lion King ones, have the Alice band plain, or you can do it like these pairs where I've also decorated the Alice band. I will decorate this Alice band just to show you how to do it. But again, you don't have to. It's your pair of ears, so you can do it how you would like. But to decorate the Alice band, you will need to grab your Alice band and using the material, well, you can use whatever material. I use the same material as I've decorated my ears in, but if you prefer not to and you want a different material, that's fine. You do it how you like. So what I would do, grab the end piece of the material and hold it to the Alice band and just wrap it up to the end. Okay, and then let go and use a couple more centimeters and just draw a line. You need about, so mine's 1 inch, so I will need at least 2 inches to cover the whole Alice band. So again, I use it rough, so I'll literally just place it down, double it up, but you can be a lot more accurate. Better to cut more than less. So like I said, I will apologise because I'm not very accurate with these measurements, but like I said, they're so easy to do. You can really pick to decorate them how you like. So, I'll quickly show you. So I've got like a bit of a bar. Don't know if you can see the purple line. Again, it's not straight, just doing rough hand. And then you need to cut that bar out. Okay, so now you've got your piece of material, get the hot glue on. I am just going to quickly turn mine on. Okay, so once your hot glue is warmed, mine is just warming up now, what you will need to do is grab the very end of the piece of the material, and what I would do, where your Alice band is, just a tiny bit at the end, you will just need to pop it down like that. Try and put it in the middle. I'm going to redo that because that wasn't very straight. Try and get it in the material, the middle of the material. So like that, okay? That is your first step of what you'll need to do. And then hot glue that down. So hopefully, is mine ready yet? Let's have a look. Yes. So what I would do, I would put a little bit on your end here. So on the Alice band, just a tiny bit on the end. And then, like I showed you a second ago, just put a little bit of the material and hold it down. So then that should be stuck to the end of that. Okay, so next, and just please be careful because the hot glue is really hot and can burn. So just make sure you are doing this bit a bit slowly. So then what you'll need to do, you'll need to wrap the material around your Alice band. So you can see there's where I've hot glued it, and I've just wrapped it round. And as you can see, I've got loads extra. So I'm just going to get my scissors and cut off from about there, okay? So I just leave about 1 centimetre at the edge. And again, what we're going to do, the same step, put a bit of hot glue at the end of the Alice band. And then fold that over so it will stick, okay? So now both ends are stuck down. So this bit's a bit more fiddly. What I would do, as you can see, I've got massive amounts of material. That only needs to fold in half. So as you can see, that's far too much. So what I would do, I would just trim the material down so it will cover each side about halfway through the Alice band. So I'll show you what I did with mine. And again, it just needs to be roughly, so please don't worry. Just do one side to begin with, because if you haven't cut enough, it won't matter. I will show you what I mean now. So I will do the same as you guys. I will just cut one side. Okay, so as you can see, this side here is now a lot shorter and will cover about half. So starting one side, I'll start this side. You'll need to do a bit of hot glue in the middle and then stick it down, okay? So I'll show you. So a little bit of hot glue, and you only need a little bit, okay? Like that. And then just fold it in and stick it down. Again, careful because it will be hot. And you can see there's the first bit stuck down. So carry on all the way until we get to the other end. Okay, so I've done nearly all the way, but I've not stuck that end down because you can see there's quite a bit remaining. So what I would do, I would just cut some of that off, and then I've just got a little bit remaining, and again, put some hot glue on and stick it down. Okay, so as you can see now, oh, got a bit of thread. You can see one side is stuck down, and we're going to do exactly the same. So cut the bit of material down and we're going to stick the other side. Okay, so there you go. I've hot glued it down and we have our Alice band, and we can get ready to make the ears. Okay, so now what you'll need to do is grab your bits of cardboard again. Like I said, they should all be the same size. So if I would put them back to back just to make sure, again, they're the same size, and if they need cutting down or anything, now is your time to do it. I don't think those are matching. Okay, so like I said, mine are a bit out still, so just cut them down, use each other as a stencil, and then again, okay, those are quite similar, so they're okay. And then, so I would do one ear at a time. So I've got those two that match, and then you want to get your two bits of material. So at my front, I'm going to use this Mickey here. I love him. I think he's so cute. So what you'll need to do is on the so use this part of the material, the plain side, and what you'll need to do is place, so this will be the bottom of the ear, so you will like bit that's cut, and you'll need to line up the material where you want it, and you can just fold it over so you can see whereabouts it will be. And then once you've done it, turn it over so it's facing flat, and then we're going to start hot gluing. Okay, so what you'll need to do is hot glue a little bit. Okay, so I'd start off at the top and fold it over. Sorry, it's hard to do with just one hand. And press it down. Remember that hot glue is going to be hot, so just careful. Okay, and then do that all the way round until the ear is done. Okay, so it will start looking like that. Only do it to these two corners. Do not do that bit for the time being. Okay. so by the end it should look like that. So you've got a gap in the middle, and then from the front it's looking nice and round. Okay, so you need to do that with all 4, and then we can start stuffing them. Okay, so what you'll need to do once you've got all 4, once you've hot glued all 4 bits down to your cardboard, you'll need to grab your stuff in and start stuffing them. This bit's the fun bit, no hot glue involved, you won't burn yourself. It's quite therapeutic actually, putting it in. It's up to you how much you want to put in. To be fair, if you prefer flatter ears, you don't have to put any in at all, but I just, preferably for mine, I like having a bit of stuff in, so they're quite padded, they're a bit, you know, a bit puffy. I just wouldn't put too much in, just because if you put too much in, it can be quite hard to, it can bend the cardboard, and it can be hard to hot glue the 2 ears together at the end. So I'll quickly finish this one and show you how much roughly I put in, but again, they're your own ears, so you can have them as flat or as puffy as you want them. So I put in about that, so not too much. I'll just make it a little bit more equal, and then you need to do that to all 4. Okay, so once you've stuffed all your ears, what you will need to do is hot glue the back of the ear, and then fold this bit down nice and tight. Okay, and then this will oh, got some stuffing attached to me. This will stop all the stuffing from coming out of the ear, and we can also then attach each back of the ear to the other, so we have a whole ear. So there you go, you can now see you've got 1/2 of the ear. So do that to all 4, and we are getting there. We are nearly complete. Again, be careful with the hot glue, because I have burnt myself so many times using it. I think that's because I'm just not very delicate, so just be careful when you're using it. Okay, so once you've done that to all 4 of them, we can now hot glue 2 backs together to make a whole ear. So I would just start off in the corner first of all, put a bit of hot glue down, or actually I would start across the bottom, match them together, and then just push down. Okay, you will get hot glue everywhere. My hands are covered, but it doesn't matter, it comes straight off. I would just, like I said at the start, keep a towel down just to stop it from getting onto any furniture or anything. So you can see they're attached there now. Now you need to go all the way around the ear. Everything's sticking to my glue gun as well. And make sure it's pressed down firmly, okay? This will make sure, if you do it firmly, that the ears will be more secure. You can see here, I'll just hold down, just so that they're really pressed together. Again, the more time you take with this one, the better the ears will be. You want them to match the sides as close as possible, and this will make the ears look really even, and when we put the trim on the end, it will make it look even better. So keep going around with that one. once you've got to the end, it should look something like this. It should be all nice and joined together, and then you want to do the same with the other one. Okay, so you should then have 2 full ears, and we're ready to start putting the trim on. So you can pick whatever trim you like. I picked this nice silver rope one I got from, I think this one was from The Works. So what I would do is pick your ear up. We're only going to do from this end to this end. So, oh, my glue gun is getting very messy. So just put a little bit in the corner there and put down your trim. Stick it as hard as possible, and again, I'll push the ends in so it'll make the ears more secure. If you get a bit of hot glue on the ear like me, don't worry, it will peel off. So as you can see, we've started sticking it, and then we want to do that all the way around the ear. And I would try and get it where the ears of joint as much as possible, just so it will hide where they've been stuck together. So as you can see, it's hiding that bit there. I'm running out of hot glue, so I'll just put another stick in, and then we need to carry on going around the ear. And then when you get to the end, literally just cut it off. And I would just put a little bit of hot glue at the end of the thread, and that will just stop all the thread from coming out. And there you go, we've done our first one, and then again do it to the other ear as well. Okay, so you should now have your 2 ears with the trim on, and they'll be looking really, really cute. Also, once you've done them, please take pictures and put them in the comments, or send them to me on Instagram, because I would love to see what designs you have come up with. So next we are going to be making our bow. Okay, so to make the bow for your ears, you will need a little strip of material about this size. There's my head to try and compare it size wise. I'm really sorry, I'm so rubbish with measurements. And then a nice rectangle for the actual bow part. What we're going to do is first of all fold it in half, and we're going to hot glue that together. Mine's a little bit wonky, so I might cut that actually, just to make it a bit more even. We do not want a wonky bow. Okay, and then we're going to hot glue that down. I would just do a long line, a long quick line. And then press that down. Don't be like me and burn yourself. And then we are going to fold it in half. Don't hot glue that down. Oh, I've got a little bit of material there. Okay, and then crease that line so we can make sure we can see it. And then what we're going to do is, if you pinch it in the middle where it is and open it back up, then this half you're going to fold into the middle. So just like that, okay? And then you're going to hot glue. I'm running out of hot glue a second. Just put some more in. And then you're going to hot glue. Again, I would just do a line across the middle and hot glue that down. Okay, so it's looking like that. And then we're going to do the same with the other side. So fold it into the middle. Oh, that's not very straight. When I lie it down, it's a bit more straighter, and then hot glue that down. Okay, so nice and easy. Obviously you can take a bit more time than I'm taking. I just trying to do it quickly for you guys for the video. And then we're going to do it the same the other way. So fold it in half, and then one half fold down and hot glue. And again, we're going to fold this one in half and hot glue, okay? So quite nice and simple. Again, take your time. I'm rushing just because I don't want it to be too long for everyone. That one is nice and easy. And then you should have a bit of a square shape. So once we've got our nice square, what we're going to do is we're going to fold the top bit down, and then we're going to fold it the other way. I'm going to have to do this down on the table. So fold one way, then one way. A bit like a paper fan. So you want to make a crinkle in the material. So you folded it each way, so it should be looking a bit like that. And what you're going to do, pinch it in the middle, okay? And you see we've got a bit of a bow shape. What you're then going to do is get your hot glue it in the middle, each side, and press them down. Nice and firm. And then your other side, we're going to do it again. So hot glue, hot glue, hot glue, hot glue. You can also tie a hairband round, it makes it really tight if you prefer. And we are just going to hot glue everything just to make sure it's all nice and neat. Okay. So we've got our basic bow shape. Then the bit of material we saved at the beginning. I normally fold this one in half just to make it a little bit thicker. And then what we're going to do is tie it around our bow. Okay. And then what I would do is on the back, hot glue a little bit of material down. And then this bit's really, really long, so I'm just gonna cut it. So I've got my piece of material. Oh, it's come off. We've not done that very tight, have I? Okay, so again, hot glue one side on the back, push it down, don't burn yourself like me, ow. And then I'm gonna bring it round the front so you can't see the hot glue on the front. And we're gonna hot glue it on the back again, okay? It's nice and easy. Really sorry if I'm not explaining this bow very well, but you'll see they're quite easy to make. Okay, and then once that one is stuck together, we have our bow ready. Okay, so once you've done your bow, we are going to stick the ears on. So my first ear is going to be this one. So what I would do is along the bottom, hot glue all along the bottom, make sure there's a nice lot on there so it's really, really stuck. And then what you're going to do, find your Alice band. You can put it roughly where you want it. I'm going to put mine about there. If you're not too sure where to put it, you can get a pair of Disney ears and put it up to it to have a look. So you could just use like another pair and just sort of work out where they should go. Yeah, stick that on there to make sure it's really, really firm. And you see our first ear is on, and then we're going to do the same with the other one. What way? That way for the front. So again, just really sorry if you can hear coughing, that is my mother. So yeah, hot glue all along the bottom, and then again we're going to stick on nice and firmly, I think about there. Yeah, so again real firm. And then we have got our ears onto our Alice band. What I would then do, just to, well, it's up to you, you can either leave it like that Or I like to get a little bit of trim. Where has my trim gone? Here. And we can stick it around the front. So what we can do is we'll stick it round like that, just to make it a little bit more pretty. So what I would do is a little bit of hot glue around the front, all around the front of the ear, and just press the trim on. Again, you don't have to do this. If you prefer yours plain, that is absolutely fine. And that is what it will look like, okay? And then just cut the trim like we did when we did it around the edges. Mine's not cutting for some reason. There we go. And again, just a little bit of hot glue. And we'll stick that around it. And again, I like to do it on the back as well. So I will just put a little bit of hot glue on. But again, it's up to you. You don't have to. I think it gives it quite a nice effect, but we're all different, so you might not. You might prefer it without, which is absolutely fine. And again, I'm just going to cut that one on the end. Might cut that a bit shorter actually. And again, just hot glue it, okay? And then that is, ooh, my hot glue is going everywhere. Cut that bit off. So there is our first ear complete, okay? And I'm just going to do that to the other one now. Okay, so now that we have made our bow, we can stick it onto our ears. So I've got this nice silver bow, but you can use whatever bow you would like. So I would just place it to where you think roughly it needs to go. And again, what I would do is just put a bit of hot glue in the middle between the ears. I put quite a bit so that bow is nice and stuck on it. And then we're going to place it directly in the middle. So there we go, okay? And push that down. Make sure it's really nice and secure. And then just puff out our bow. Make sure the ribbon's in the centre. And we have our ears. I don't hot glue mine onto the actual ear because I like them to be nice and free, but if you like, you can actually hot glue the bow onto the ear so they can be exactly where you'd like them. I'm just going to pull that bit out because it's not quite in the centre. Like I said, just fiddle round however you like your bow to be. Oh, mine's coming off, so I'm going to put a bit more hot glue on. It can be a bit thicky, this bit. But as long as you've got hot glue, you can't go wrong. Okay, so those are the ears complete. I don't know if you can see, got our silver trim, which matches the bow. Those are the ears from behind. So you've got Mickey, Giraffe. I quite like these for Animal Kingdom, but you could wear these to any park. You see what they look like on as well. If I can get them on. So they're quite a nice size, but you can have them more outy, you can have them more uppy, you can have them, wear them however you would like to. But yeah, those are the ears. I would love to see the ones you've made as well. Oh, my hair has gone crazy. yeah, please send pictures, please put in the comments. I would love to see. As mentioned at the start of the video, these ears are up for a giveaway. So if you would like the chance of winning these ears, you will need to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment what is your favourite thing about Disney. For extra entries, you can head over to our Instagram page, Mickey Shaped Adventures, and you can also enter on there for an extra entry. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope it's been easy enough to follow along. I really would love to see the ears you've made, so please send them to me. But yeah, thanks again, guys. Hope you are all having a lovely week. Also, let me know your countdowns if you've got any countdowns, because we are very excited. 10 weeks today. We will actually already be in Orlando, so I'm absolutely buzzing. But yeah, thanks guys, and I hope you have a good week. Bye.